I've always said that sailing need not be an expensive sport, although we know it can be. Even though, like most of us, you're not rich, sometimes it feels good to act like you are. One great way to do that is to bareboat charter. Bareboat chartering means renting a cruising boat and sailing it wherever you like. It's a great experience. A certain amount of sailing skill is required, but the chartering companies offer a variety of options. One is charter a boat with a captain and crew. Otherwise, they'll teach you everything you need to know. First, you need to decide where you want to go and who you want to charter with. We're going to the British Virgin Islands and we're chartering with Sunsail. We've done both before. I'm going with two good friends, Bill Fritz and Pete Daly. The Virgin Islands are wonderful, as you'll see. Sunsail has always treated us well and been reliable. After deciding where we were going and landing, the next trip
now we don't have that at home.
The airport where your boat is. An adventure in itself. Besides driving on the left-hand side of the road, they're narrow and they're used for everything. Next, find your boat. Once we arrive and find our boat, we're given an orientation. It's a thorough familiarization of all the equipment and gear.
You know to check the fuel?
But hit the timer on the refrigerator.
Okay.
You just, it's the knob you twist up. Put it up an hour and...
How long do you usually do it?
Hour. There's a 60-minute timer.
Actually, it's got 120 on that one.
Well, put it.
Those are Caribbean
Set it to 60.
Caribbean minute?
That's right.
Right, that's what it is.
Okay. So it wouldn't turn out.
Even though we've done this several times before, each boat is slightly different and there's improvements and changes you need to know.
What does it say?
7 degrees, 9.1 feet.
Okay.
It's no problem. But where's my friend who has the head problem?
Well, I don't know if he has a head problem. I just want to make sure. Well, he does have a head problem.
Okay. Over here now. When you see
Because you're going off by yourself, it's important to know exactly where things are and how things work.
Extinguishers.
There's one in my bedroom.
Oh, okay. Check. Life jacket. No.
Okay.
Yeah, put those on.
Oh, the port side.
Yeah.
Okay, tell us what's the most important thing we have to remember.
let's see, how should I put it? Make sure the bays are cold. Enjoy yourself. That's basically it.
Okay, well we can do that.
A lot of fun.
Thank you.
Come back in one piece.
All right.
Once we figure out where things are, it's time to provision the boat. The reason it's called bareboat chartering is because you provision it yourself. While you can have it done for you, we always like going to the grocery store ourselves and buying some of the local food, as well as some of our usual favorites. Once the food and drink is on board, we fill up with water and gas, get our diving gear, and anything else we think we're going to need for the next week aboard our cruiser.
And we're off, the beginning of the first day.
After you and the charter company are satisfied that you know what you're doing, it's time to start your vacation. One of the great things about the British Virgin Islands is you can navigate by line of sight. With the aid of a chart, once you leave the harbor, you just sight the island you desire and off you go.
So the 27th to 28th.
On our trip, we've all been here before and have a pretty good idea of where we want to go.
Yeah, Super Bowl's the 28th. Great.
If you're new to the Caribbean, Sunsail will give you a suggested route.
Yeah. Well, last night we got a late. Yeah. Pretty, the whole harbor behind you there. Yeah.
You are, of course, free to go wherever you please, keeping in mind a few of the danger spots that are pointed out to you at orientation.
Not too much into the wind, or?
No, I haven't.
Yeah, it looks like our heading's pretty good, Bill. We gotta go tight haul, but we can get where we want to go.
We're heading out to Virgin Gorda and the Bitter End Yacht Club. From there, we'll join a flotilla going to the island of Anegada. It's one of the few non-volcanic islands. It sits low in the water and has a dangerous reef, but it also has one of the best beaches in all the Virgin Islands. We're planning a grueling schedule of a little sailing, a little snorkeling, a little eating and drinking every single day.
The part you don't want to run into.
You can get a little nasty in there.
Yeah.
It's good up here, though.
Is it time for my bikini? You should wait till the afternoon.
I think we want
Oh,
more
God.
sun, Bill, and cover.
I'm gonna take my clothes off. We're bareboating, aren't we?
Yeah, the woman saying that they were going to barefoot charter.
Oh,
Barefoot charter. Pete Daly, our mate here. You're a veteran of the British Virgin Islands. When's the first time you were?
30 years!
How long?
30 years!
Gosh, you don't look hardly that old. They were here then?
I remember these islands when they're hardly grown. Half this
Right
time. Yeah,
And what's the difference between then and now?
it's much rougher then.
It was.
The seas were all uphill then.
That's right. You had to sail through the snow to get
That's
to school, right?
Don't you forget.
So what makes you come here year after year, besides us,
It's
and throwing you in the plane?
it's a hell of a lot of fun. That's what makes me come here.
Yeah, well, there's nothing to do here. What's so fun about it?
That's what the fun is. Nothing to do.
That's nothing to do.
Now I'm pitching to
It's
me.
not like your classic kind of resort where there's activities all the time, is there?
Well, we're going up here to play shuffleboard.
For
And
the
then
rest of
take
you
a nap.
old timers, right?
Yeah.
So what are the main activities?
Snorkeling, sunbathing, sailing your boat, eating, drinking. But put drinking first.
That's right. Not necessarily in that order.
Not necessarily in that order.
Excellent. How long is it going to take us to where we're going, and where the heck are we going? And do we care?
Well, we really don't care, but we'd like to go to the baths. If it's rough around the baths, we'll anchor off Spanish Town, and then we'll go up to the North Sound of Virgin Gorda.
Now, since both you and I are clueless, we're assuming Bill knows where these other places are.
Well, Spanish Town is to the left, and North Sound is more to the left,
We figure we'll get there.
geographically speaking.
That's right. And either way, it doesn't really interfere with the eating, drinking, and sleeping.
That's correct.
For about 30 degrees.